Hey guys, so what would you consider the most important trait when you're hiring a property manager? It's an interesting question. And the other day, one of my members at Starport approached me and asked me this question. They were getting ready to acquire a 33-unit multifamily property, and they needed to hire a property manager, even a part-time property manager for that asset. And they were concerned about, what should they be looking for in somebody that they're going to be hiring. And I answered very quickly, and I said, honesty. And I think they were a little taken aback by that. They weren't expecting that answer. And look, certainly when you need a property manager, there are a lot of different traits that you need in that property manager. But if you ask me what's the most important, I'm going to tell you honesty. And here's why. It's very simple. You know, every property that you acquire, every property that you own, it's its own universe. You need to look at every property like its own standalone business. So if you were going to buy multiple different businesses, you would have a different manager, a different president over each of those different businesses. A property is a separate business. It needs its own president, and you should look at the property manager as if they're your president at that property, even if they're part-time. And so you need a large number of different skills to be able to be a president of a property, to be a president of a business. I would consider that one of the most important ones to be honesty. Now, being involved with a property is a little bit different than an ordinary business for a couple of different reasons. First of all, I think when it comes to real estate, there are just so many different moving parts. And let's break it down, right? You're going to have financing. You're going to have operations. You're going to have sales and marketing. You're going to have, repair and maintenance. There's so much going on at that property every day, continuously. And if you can't be there on site day in and day out, hour after hour, then you need a mini you. You need somebody who you trust, somebody who you respect, and somebody who has the skills to manage that business effectively. That business is your property. The other challenge, and so that you already knew, here's what you might not be thinking about. There are just a lot of opportunities for, I wouldn't call it fraudulent, but less than honest behavior. And what I mean by that is it would be very difficult for you to know if that property manager was giving the ground, giving the landscaping contract to their friend, their brother, their sister, somebody that they know. And on the books, they're recording, an $850 a month charge. And then off the books, they're giving them an extra $150. It'd be very difficult for you to know that. It'd be very difficult for you to know if on the rent that they were charging a particular tenant that walks in and your market rent is, pick the same number, $850 a month. And they say to the tenant, listen, I got 3 people looking at this unit. If you'd like this unit, you can have it for $850. But you're going to have to give me $150 a month on the side in cash. We'll meet every Monday in front of the property and you'll hand me that $150. You'll never know that. And of course you're thinking, well, wait a minute. All of that rent's going to be collected by a credit card or by an ACH and an automatic draw and direct deposit, let's say, of some sort from the bank. You're right. But there's many different ways for managers to skim money here and there through expenses, through rental operations. They might not just push and try to save you money wherever they can. They might not be pushing the rent wherever they can. So they're going to tell you, listen, we've maxed out our rents. We can't get any further with the rents. We can't increase the rents anymore. And it might simply be not true. They might just not want to work any harder at doing a better job at sales and thinking more innovatively. But that's what you need them to do. So many of those are just typical traits in anybody you're going to hire. You want a hardworking person. You want a person who has attention to detail. You want a property manager that's going to be able to understand financial aspects of the property. So if you're sitting down and going through the books, that your property manager understands cash flows and balance statements and a lot of the information that's going to be going on through the financial aspects of your business. But above all else, because there are so many different opportunities to skim money, is the only term that comes to my mind, you want somebody who's honest. But truthfully, it's not even about the money. Again, you want that person to be honest with you in all aspects of the business. So it carries forth across everything. Good luck hiring your property manager.